Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share this about substance abuse, and I want you to listen up really closely. I'm going to make this crystal clear. Just imagine being buried alive and laying in a coffin, but you know that you're not dead. You don't know how to open the coffin and push the enormous weight of the dirt above the lid. You think about giving up and waiting for death, but you also think about banging on the coffin so that maybe, just maybe, someone might hear you and then start digging their way down to help you. That is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know which way to turn. In reality, there are probably people just standing right on top of your grave, but you don't know that. You're just waiting for death to arrive. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be good at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever come across your mind by abusing drugs and alcohol that maybe, just maybe, you might overdose? And if you don't care about your own body and overdosing and the fear of death is maybe not upon you, do you care about leaving those family members behind with so many unanswered questions? Leaving them behind on their own. With this, I leave you with one other thought. Don't be that person laying in the coffin, alive, banging on the lid, hoping that someone standing up there notices or hears them and starts digging their way down there. Be the person that takes the first step. Takes the first step of taking back your life. Call me at 844-405-HELP and let me help you take your life back. Folks, before your life is gone. People like Larry Geist from Geist Academy at 516-458-2741. That's 516-458-2741. Larry Geist from the Geist Academy is an addiction recovery coach, a life coach. He has over 30 years experience, and you can give him a call right now. He will help take your life back also. His slogan is take back your life. Mine is take your life back. His is take back your life. Together, him and I are addiction recovery coaches, life coaches. The difference between him and I is that he has over 30 years experience. And he is there right now by the phone at 516-458-2741. You can also reach him at www.odysseyconsultant.org. That's www.odysseyconsultant.org. Larry Geist from the Geist Academy will help you take your life back. GlobalEyeglasses.com. They are focused on saving you money. And folks, I am focused on making you see better so you can enjoy my videos and see me clearly. They have over 1,200 frames. Plastic, metal, half frame, full frame, no frame at all. They have plastic lenses, polycarbonate lenses, high index lenses. They have progressive lenses, line bifocals. They have single vision distance reading. They have coatings like anti-reflecting coating, scratch coating, and UV coating. All available at globaleyeglasses.com. Go www.globaleyeglasses.com. Let them focus on saving you money. Folks, today's topics are 10 ways to embrace creative recovery and take your sobriety to the next level. Creative recovery is all about taking positive action and creating the ideal life for yourself in recovery. Think of creative recovery as being one of the abstinence from drugs and alcohol. One part holistic growth and development, the other part lifestyle design. All three of these ideas are best achieved through continuous positive action. Number one is move your body. Good old exercise. First on the list because this one is the most underestimated aspect of recovery, in my opinion. I had no idea what a tremendous impact regular exercise could have done in my recovery until I forced myself to start doing it a couple times each week. Everyone pays lip service to the idea that regular exercise can have a big impact and make you feel better, but most do not really embrace an active lifestyle and turn into real force in their recovery. And it is so important to have active exercise. Move your body. Number two, is make a major structural change in your life. This was a huge key for me and very thing that kick-started a successful life in my recovery. The structural change that I made was to move into a long-term thinking pattern on how to beat my substance abuse. A long-term mental and physical state changes is what I had to do. I ended up living day to day, 24 hours at a time, with the thought of, let me just get past today. And here we are years later, still sober, still living in a great recovery life. Number 3 is develop a habit of helping others in recovering. This is a huge one because this is all I really concentrate my passion on. This works like magic, I will tell you. It even works in spite of the addict. If they're willing to put a foot forward and put in some footwork, it works. In other words, helping other recovering addicts will strengthen your recovery even if you do not want it to help you, because it will automatically. Even if you don't see the connection, it does work like magic. You have to find your own path in recovery, and you have to find your strengths that allow you to make real impact on people. Number 4, appreciate every lesson that life gives you. What is gratitude in recovery? It is the ability to take a bad situation and extract the lesson and meaning out of it and turning it into a learning lesson. When you take a problem and see the opportunity for it, and you grow into it, the chance to learn new things and appreciate the lesson for what it is. Gratitude is the mindset in success in recovery. When you practice gratitude and can appreciate the simple situation, you are basically telling your higher power, I am grateful for this problem / opportunity. I want to learn from it. Please help me do so. Please underestimate gratitude. People underestimate gratitude all the time, and don't let that be you. Don't fall into that trap. Appreciate what you do for others, and they will appreciate what you do for them as well. Number 5, make caring for yourself a priority. How do you build a healthy self-esteem in recovery? One way is to fake it. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself well. Treat your body better. Start eating healthier. Do a bit of exercise each and every day. Get clean and sober and stick with it. After a few weeks or even just a few months, or a few days, you start to feel better. This is physical, of course, and trend can continue on and on. Exercise, fitness, nutrition. The sky is the limit. Take care of your body even if you don't really feel compelled to do so. Ever notice how ex-smokers in recovery always tend to have at least a few years sober? Taking care of yourself makes sense from a recovery standpoint. We did not get clean and sober to just roll over and die, did we? We want to be healthy, live a healthier life, and help others to recover. Taking care of ourselves promotes healthy self-esteem. They are tied together. If you boost your self-esteem, you protect yourself from relapse. The more you value your life and take good care of yourself, the more you will protect it from the threat of relapse. It took me quite a while to really embrace this idea, but now I get it. Number 6, declutter, simplify, and eliminate. Even though creative recovery is essentially about building with positive action, there is still time and a place to remove the clutter and the excess from our lives in order to make room for the new. You can start with your stuff. Get rid of the junk you don't need anymore. You don't have to give it away or throw it out. You can also have yard sales and sell it. But you can get this mental ball rolling by getting rid of the clutter that you really don't need anymore. Even physical belongings can occupy mental space in your head. It is not the stuff. It is about the mindset, the simplicity, reduction, and efficiency. Number 7, learn, grow, evolve in recovery. Change your recovery strategy to match the growth. Change your recovery strategy. To some, this sounds like blasphemy. Why would we change what is working? Doesn't the idea lead us closer to a relapse? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, some people might say. Well, I have observed in recovery that exact opposite, though. Those who stay stuck in early recovery tactics do not do well in the long run. Number 8, overcome resentment, self-pity, and victim mentality. These are all early recovery kind of problems, and to be honest, I think they are really more along the lines of active addiction or headed for a quick relapse kind of issue. You just cannot allow 3 things to keep you controlling you in recovery and expect to stay clean. Let's take a closer look. Resentment. Of course, traditional recovery wisdom warns against dangers of resentment, and for a good reason. If you're harboring anger against others and can't find a healthy outlet for it, or a way to work it out, then it is going to be dominating your life. If you still get stressed out over small, seemingly insignificant events, or if you even have people in your life who can still push your buttons to the point where you think about drinking, then it's a huge red flag right there. Self-pity. I personally have a tendency towards self-pity, so I had to learn what is completely shut it down in order to avoid a relapse. What I did was create a zero tolerance policy for myself, much as the same way I address the glamorization of drugs and alcohol in early recovery. I simply do not allow myself to go there anymore. As soon as you notice that the thoughts of self-pity, shut them down immediately. Do not allow that to become part of your life. Victim mentality, another popular form of self-sabotage. People who are stuck in victim mentality mindset are doomed to relapse unless they can pull themselves out of it. And that is the whole key right there. Nothing more is required in order to put yourself back into the proper path of recovery other than profound shift in attitude. Number 9, stay growth-oriented and keep pursuing holistic health to defend against complacency. This is a long-term goal of recovery, continuous holistic growth. What does that mean? It means that you need to keep pushing yourself to grow in new ways. Everything builds up to the process of living. Learning new things. Appreciate everything, both good and bad, and taking a lesson from each and every situation. Pushing yourself to improve. Facing discomfort in your life as growth opportunity. Working with others as you learn more about yourself. Empowering your own life in a quest to better serve or help others. Becoming effective and then returning the gift to the world. How can you fall victim of relapse when you are engaged in such positive action on a regular basis? You can't. There is a balance there that every recovering addict needs to find. That between acceptance of self and push for self-improvement. If you get too comfortable, then push yourself a bit. If you get overwhelmed and down on yourself, then give yourself a break and find some self-acceptance. Find vision and purpose in your life and pursue it with passion. This is what I do, this show. What exactly is finding a vision and purpose? Are those just feel-good words to make you feel comfortable? Inspirational recovery words that are basically meaningless? No. They are not. Not in my case and hopefully not in your case. Vision and purpose can lead to real action. Let's take a look at this. Vision. What do you want to see happen in your life? Now that you are clean and sober, what are you going to do? What do you want to become from your life? Furthermore, how can you serve the world? When you become the best person you can in recovery, how does that best serve other people like you, my audience? Answering these questions can lead you closer to your vision. It is not so much that you have to find a cause, but that you have to find what really gets you passionate about helping others. What moves you emotionally. Follow your heart and find your vision for the world. Also, don't force the issue. Let yourself grow in recovery and don't feel like that you have to climb a mountain today. Gradually build up your passion to help others. And the purpose, everyone has a tiny little overlap between the following 2 areas. What are good at and what the world needs most of them. Finding where these 2 areas intersect is about finding your purpose in life, for making connections with others in recovery. Maybe you will sponsor newcomers in a 12-step program. Maybe you will take meetings into rehabs and institutions. Maybe you will take meetings with some other people. Or maybe you will find a way to connect outside traditional recovery programs. It doesn't really matter. What is important, finding a tiny area of overlap and where you can really use your talents to help others serve the world and make a difference. Creative recovery is all about unleashing your inner potential. It is about finding a path of continuous growth and having the courage to keep pushing yourself. Do not allow yourself the luxury of self-acceptance. Push yourself to create a life you really want. If you have a passion and you have a goal, pursue it. It all started with me just testing my show with little quotes here and there. Then I advanced to smaller videos, maybe 10-minute videos. And here we are at 35-minute videos. At one point I peaked at an hour, and then I found it was just too boring, maybe. Not boring, but I don't want to lose your attention as my audience. Folks, it is all about karma. What you put in, what you do to help other people is what you're going to get back. I know, just from feedback from people like you, that this show is very effective for a lot of reasons, but most important reason is that it is about today's topics. It's not just about addiction and recovery. It's about low self-esteem. It's about depression. It's about family unity and the lack of. It's about anger issues. I try to cover each and every topic that is available, that comes to my mind, and I hope you as my audience somehow can text me at 631-599-0218 and let me help maybe come up with new topics. Maybe you have an idea, and I would love to share that with a show. But it is you and I as a team that work together to create these videos to get the message out to everyone else. Please call Larry Geis, 516-458-2741. He is an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and let me tell you something, he is an experienced coach. He's a good friend of mine. I learn a lot from him, and together we are trying to help you take your life back. But it all starts with you, reaching out to us. I always say, I don't know where you are, you know how to get a hold of me. You can call me at 844-405-HELP. You can text me at 631-599-0218. You can call Larry Geis from the Geis Academy at 516-458-2741. Together, we will all become brothers and sisters in this world. Together, we will fight whatever addictions, whatever situations we have. And together, we can care for each other, do for each other, love each other. If more people would have the mentality of these words I just spoke about, this world would be a better place. But realistically, it's not. But even if I can add 0.1% of my input into the world, into your living room, your kitchen, homeless shelter, a jail, a nursing home, just 0.1%, I feel I've done something, because my voice, my message, wants to be heard by you, so that you can maybe take my message, my voice, to someone else. Folks, I hope to God, no matter where you are, you have the best day of your life. But I always hope and I always pray that no matter where you are, that you have a sober rest of your life. And may God always bless you.